Hey, this is Full Game Prometheus, the only YouTube that actually gives you full games of all the tips and schemes I post on my channel. I show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Alright, so guys, I want to give a big shout out to my Patreon members. Thank you for supporting my channel. Also to my longtime subscribers, watching my videos, watching my gameplays, commenting, critiquing, and providing more to the community. I really appreciate your support. So guys, I want to talk about my thoughts of the reason why Madden 18 died out a lot sooner than it did in the previous Madden versions, why the enthusiasm wasn't there. Now, I've got two primary reasons why it died out, but I'm sure there's a lot of people would speculate for a couple different types of reasons why it really just died out. First and foremost, some people just said Madden 18 sucked. I'd actually have to disagree with you. I thought of all the Maddens that actually were released, Madden 18 was probably one of the best Maddens that the game was ever created on. It was hands down probably one of the best, but I would have to say that that's not the primary reason. The second reason is the evolution of Fortnite. Fortnite just came on to a storm this past year, and a lot of people that actually played Madden switched over to Fortnite because it's such an addicting game. That is not the reason. I'll assure you that's not the reason. There is a lot of great games that are available to first-person shooters and a lot of RPGs and all these different great games that are out there that are getting developed, but that's not the reason. I just think the reason is that there was two reasons why the game actually died out at the end of the year, and Fortnite is where people went to because of the addictiveness of Fortnite. So let's talk about the two reasons. First, I would have to say Weekend League. Weekend League is a cash cow for EA. It really gets people tied into Madden Ultimate Team and building teams and cards and all that kind of stuff. And because you have to grind out about 25 games, you're going to do whatever you can to go ahead and build out a team. And they're trying to emphasize Madden Ultimate Team, and it makes sense of why they want to do that. But the problem with Weekend League is that if you're not building your team from day one, and you're not putting the time into the solos or perhaps spending money on packs, you're going to be behind the curve. So as a result, there's a lot of players that would actually jump into Weekend League games and just get frustrated to play bums that basically spend a lot of money or a lot of time on building out their team and getting 90 plus 95 plus cards, and they really weren't that good. They would just let their cards make plays for them. So I think that's one of the reasons why people just really didn't get enthused about Madden. And it got to a certain point where you really couldn't keep up with the Joneses because they had better teams and better overall cards. The second reason that I think, and is probably the primary reason, is the way they did the tournaments this past year. The previous years they did a really good job with the tournaments. They did it in the sense that you could see yourself on the rank ladder. You would play online rank games on a seasonal basis to actually go ahead and get into that top 64, and then you could play elimination games and actually get into the actual tournaments that were involved. I played against people that were actually ranked in top 64 and posted games with them, and you could see them building up into the system and basically have that opportunity to win major money. The problem with what Madden did and EA did this past year is that I think they were trying to chase down brand recognition with their top players. They wanted to go ahead and try to keep the same top players up at the top and actually have those guys playing for the big tournament dollars. So they wanted to go and support the Skimbos, the Problems, the type of guys that you would see playing in those tournaments on a regular basis. And that's what basically killed the enthusiasm after the Super Bowl with the game, because the regular Joe players weren't playing anything. So what they did is they did Madden Ultimate Team League with basically the top 16 players, and they did those brackets. And I think that they killed the winter months and the spring months people's enthusiasm for Madden, because they really weren't playing for anything anymore. So I personally believe that's the case. I don't know what you guys think, but I think that's the reason why Madden 18 actually died out so quick with the enthusiasm of the community. What's your take on it, guys? I want to get your feedback. That's how I feel about it. Go ahead and make some comments down there. Once again, to my subscribers and my Patrons, guys, thank you so much for your support, and until next time.